PK Fire! PK Thunder! PK Fire! PK Thunder! PK Freeze! PK Thunder!
Moves. Fight me. Fight me.
And that was the TAS. So I hope you all enjoyed it very much. Yeah, no, we're not done yet. I told you guys that I would also be doing a live breakdown. We're not done yet. So, I'm very happy that the stream went smoothly for the most part, aside from a hiccup at the beginning and a hiccup at the end. But, aside from that, it held out really well. And so, yeah, hopefully nothing else bad happens. I'm just going to actually open up the stream playlist because, guess what, I'm going to be doing a live breakdown. So, we're at the start again. Yeah, no, this is the part where everyone leaves. But, hold on a second. Alright, I think the audio should be better now. So, starting over from the very beginning, I actually set the, start time to a very specific date so that I get a important sticker like right before the run starts. And that is the Peach sticker, which increases weapon attack by a bunch. Now before I continue, I just need to check some things because I submitted the TAS to TAS videos, but it doesn't look like it gave a notification to the Discord server yet. Although it looks like people have in fact showed up. And it did in fact post publicly, so that's good. Any plans for a 100% TAS? No, not for a very long while. I'm done with this game. I think a lot of people are kind of tired of me doing this. And I'm tired too, so it's finally time to move on to some other things. So, we're at the start. I made a start at a custom start time, so that gives me a sticker. And one of the most important things, like right at the very start, is that I don't create a save file. I just skipped creating a save file because, as it turns out, I didn't need to. And so, after that, we just go on and enter Subspace as quickly as possible, so that's just frame-perfect menuing. I choose Intense mode, and here I choose Kirby. Obviously, like the old TAS. Now, because even though I started at the same date as the old TAS did, because I didn't make a save file, the RNG is different. And so, because of that, Mario moves differently, and so because of that, he runs more quickly, and so that actually saves... Let me actually check. How much time did I save in this room? 28 frames, apparently. And so that's that fight. And then, we skip some more cutscenes. And then we choose Peach here, because as you saw, Peach is a nightmare to the Subspace army. And so it starts all the way over here, where we manipulated Babam. That's Babam number 1. So bring that counter up. I'll bring that counter up myself. We're looking at 1 Babam, which is a 1 in 240 shot, by the way. Already. And so then we just go to town with a bunch of other RNG manipulations, more Babams, a home run bat, several hotheads, several other Babams. I think we get a super mushroom in this. A little damage boost. See, there's the super mushroom I was talking about. And so there's a lot of, like, complicated things. Like, you can go frame by frame in this and look at this, like, several times over, and you'll find something new. did I say 48 earlier? I'm pretty sure it was 47. But, yeah. So, the interesting thing about, specifically speeding up these fights is the fact that, enemies, they don't just despawn when their health reaches 0, because they turn into like a pinball and they ricochet around. And they only actually despawn when they hit the blast zones, another enemy, or a subset of items including hotheads, green shells, the bombs, Uneras, and other things. And so, the important thing about these fights is that I despawn these enemies as quickly as possible by making them hit the blast zone as quickly as possible, or making them hit another enemy or those specific items that I talked about. So you'll see that I manipulate hotheads and other things. And as you can see, I actually finished this off by having that enemy hit that final enemy until and that brings its health to 0 and just causes it to die. And that saved 42 frames. Thank you, SkippyGhost24 for the $5 donation. Also, thank you, Danny, for the $10 donation while the live stream was playing. I greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry for this. I'm just double checking some things. Okay. I think I'm done. And so that's Pete. That's 1, 2. Yes, I'm going by numerical notation now, I suppose. Now here's 1-3. It's the PD fight, and here I save Peach instead of Zelda because Peach saves a lot more time in Sea of Clouds over Zelda and Sheik. And despite my expectations, I actually save 16 frames over the old TAS in this boss fight over the old TAS, which is actually incredible. Like, I thought for sure that I was going to waste time here by saving Peach, but nope, for some reason. So that's cool. And so then we skip some more cutscenes. And then we skip some character selects. And then, here's a thing that I didn't mention. There's a frame, like, there's a 1 frame window where I can press A here and go to the next level without having to go through the pop-up menu. It saves like 2 or 3 frames, I think, for every single time this is done, and it's done quite a bit. So, and so now, oh wait, oh, the internet died again. For a little bit, but I think we're back now. It says that we went from 606 to 671, so it died for a moment, but now I think we're back. You know, with the, hold on a second. I'm sorry about this. Okay. I'm pausing the flame borders, because they're not needed. The animation, I mean. And I'm actually gonna go and lower the bitrate back down to like 2,000, I think. Because it's not as needed, given that I'm not gonna be playing the video at full speed. So here, obviously, we choose Pit. Now, fun fact, Pit's up B falls faster than his fast fall. So I do that in many of these long sections. And here, this cube has an 8.88% chance, roughly, to contain a bunny hood. So I grab the bunny hood. And here, I do what's called a foxtrot, which actually saves a frame here over the old TAS. And so that room saved 3 whole frames. Sorry about this. I'm managing some windows. There we go. Alright, I think I'm good now. Yeah, there we go. And so now we're on to 2-2, where we're in another fight in which I kill 3 enemies with a down smash. I mean, that Mr. Saturn and the Bomb were both purposefully manipulated. I then do a forward smash because Pit's forward smash is actually a really good move in this on intense mode. I also snipe this Primate right there. I make that Primate fall off. I then forward throw the bomb at the Mr. Saturn. And I then do what's called an ambush and damage boost, because the thing about the ends of these fights is that if you take damage and then the fight ends, the camera doesn't freeze. Because when you're in the middle of a fight, the camera doesn't freeze when you take damage, like the side-scrolling sections do. And so now I'm flying all over the place. In the old TAS, I pit-stopped here to RNG manipulate a green shell from this simul enemy, but here, I'm moving so fast that I don't need to. I can just kill the Greep, or not even kill, just send it off to the edge, and then go in here. That room saved 125 frames, so about 2 seconds. And so then we're in 2-3. We're once again falling really, really quickly, because, yeah, Pit's up V is faster than his fast fall, as I mentioned before. And now, instead of gliding all over the place like the old TAS, I actually build up damage here, because as it turns out, fielding damage and launching with a bounce boost saves time. I should probably explain that, because that's incredibly important. So, let me get right here. So I build up damage, I then manipulate a bomb, and so what you'll notice, I throw it at the enemy and then bounce in such a way as to immediately enter a wall bounce animation, or ceiling bounce animation in other cases. This is because the game doesn't freeze the camera if you're not explicitly in the neutral taking damage animation. If you don't enter that animation, the camera doesn't freeze. And it just so happens that bouncing on the ceiling or bouncing on a wall doesn't trigger the camera being frozen. And so, because of that, I get to do all of these things that the developers explicitly didn't want me to do. And so, because you always have to be in the ceiling bounce or wall bounce animation, I call this the bounce boost technique. And with that, I can break the game apart. Just fly all over the place. You're not supposed to be able to do this. And so with that, I can just skip the fight and glide right over to the end. This room saves 76 frames. Have I found more ways to save time? Over the course of making this new TAS, absolutely. I've saved it's something like 6-something minutes. I should probably check the official time that they gave. Okay, so the official TAS videos thing sets the time at a 1:03:43.98. The timing that I came to was... Hold on 1 second. What was my time? So the timing that I came to was a 1:03:43.85. So it's actually not that far off at all. Like, that's actually less than... I'm 0.13 off of the time that TAS videos officially came to. So that's something like, well, what's 0.13 times 60? 8 frames. I'm 8 frames off. Which isn't that bad at all. It was a lot worse when I tried timing my first one, but 8 frames off, that's not that bad. So, done with, Skyworld. So now we're on to Sea of Clouds, which was, easily the... it's a sign of things to come. It's very much a sign of things to come, because if you'll remember, I saved Peach instead of Zelda in the PD fight. And so we use Peach here. And so with that, we get to do some crazy stuff. Also, an interesting little thing, I delayed entering the door, the final door in 2-3, because the RNG runs on a stable function, like from one value to the other, with the exception of loading zones and entering doors and stuff like that, in which it jumps from one RNG sequence to another. And so delaying entering a door by 1 frame completely changes the RNG of the room that follows. And so because of that, if RNG doesn't work for me, like, at all, then I can just delay entering a past door by 1 frame, and then that shifts, it completely changes the RNG. And so because of that, I tried many doors, and many frames of door entering, and many of them didn't work, but this one did, in which I pull up a bomb. This is, that's number 2, and, oh, the music was a little loud? I'm sorry. Okay, I delayed it, or silenced it a bit. I silenced it a bit more. So, what was I? So, I manipulate another bomb. But before I get onto that, you'll notice that I slide a bit on the ground, and that's because by dash dancing and entering, like, by perfect pivoting, I guess, I think that's the technique. And then using down B, I can slide along the ground in the direction that I'm facing. I found this by accident, and it saves so much time. So I manipulate a down up a bomb. You'll see that I paused there. That's important, because pausing changes RNG too, by like 6 values. Like, it depends on the frame that you do it, but it prevents RNG from moving up to 6 frames before, or up to 6 values before the before an RNG event happens. Okay, why is this here? Okay, I had this on during my final moments, you know, because of tension and everything like that, but oh well. So, pausing is used to manipulate RNG a lot. So I do that. I then Z-drop it and then pull another bomb. And then do a bunch of SDI inputs. And then I do another damage boost. So I damage boost twice in very quick succession. I then manipulate another bomb. I then damage boost here. Because of the lack of walls and ceilings here, I'm unable to do bounce boosts. So I have to be careful so that I don't die off the edge like the developers intended. And here's a 4th one, I think, in this room. So that brings the total like 5, I think? I then do one final boost. I then choose Peach again. Fun fact, I save time in loading, because in the old task, I save Zelda, I pick Zelda, I transform into Sheik, and then they ask me to pick Zelda again, so they have to spend time reloading Zelda in, all for me to just transform into Sheik again. It wastes so much time. In fact, it wastes 77 frames. And so you'll see here that I do the same thing that I did in the first room. I manipulate a bomb, I Z-drop, and then I pluck another one. I then, this Stitch Face turnip was by accident. So I think we're up to like 7 bombs right here. So here I manipulate a non-1 in 240 bomb. Because in fact, the bombs generated from enemies are, whatchamacallit, a 3.28% chance. Instead of a 1 in 240 shot. And I'm realizing now that I think the tables in my TAS submission did not show up properly. Unless they did. Okay, they did. They did. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. They just don't show up. They don't show up properly in the submission text. Or the, forum post, but they show up properly in the actual submission. We've already got a yes vote. Yes. And also the 3-1, which was the halberd level, saved 297 frames. So that's like about 5 seconds. What's the percent for a super mushroom? In regular, like, side-scrolling sections, the chances of a super mushroom are 1.54% from a regular enemy. So that was that. So here I manipulate another Babam from a regular enemy and then launch. I then use the Fascia's attack to launch. And then another one. I then manipulate another Babam from this Primid, a non-1 in 240. I then yeet myself all the way to the end. Yes, different levels have different item pools, which means some items just straight up don't spawn in some levels. But on average, for the levels where they do spawn, the chances are in the I made several tables to show the item odds. So here I manipulate another Babam. I then manipulate a super mushroom from this pop-ent enemy. And if you're wondering, that pop-ent enemy has a 1.3% chance to spawn a super mushroom. You know, I should probably make a copy of this and then have the item odds in one thing. Here we are. And then put this off to the side, I think. Oh god, I am running out of desktop space, guys. Hey, David, welcome to the live stream. You missed the big reveal, but that's okay. You're here for my commentary. You're here for my face, I guess, and my just shaven face and my just cut hair. I finally got a haircut. It has been so long since I got a haircut, but I finally got one. So now I can actually show my face to the world without feeling completely horrible about myself. So yeah, this super mushroom is 1.3%. And so, an interesting thing to note is that Peach's float ability lets her continue to carry items without throwing them, which is actually very, very crucial. And so here I do a ambush and damage boost and fly all the way over to this other fight. And then I do some things. I manipulate another super mushroom. That's 1.5%. I then do another bomb, which is 3.28%, and it's like the pattern goes on for quite a bit. But also, I then damage boost all the way to the end and fly over another fight. You're supposed to do another fight here, but I don't. I don't. Because fights are for losers. I might do more Budokai Tenkaichi 3 videos. So next up is the jungle. Another side note, I think this song is also being falsely copyrighted by a bunch of companies, and it's stupid. It's really stupid. I'm gonna have to mute this portion. Great. Oh no. So here we choose Donkey Kong because his aerial movement is actually faster than Diddy with his up B. And so I manipulate a Babong, I then manipulate a Super Mushroom. This Super Mushroom is actually a 50-50. It either contains a Super Mushroom or a Poison Mushroom. So I cancel the ending lag of the up B with the Super Mushroom animation. I then take a bunch of damage, and then do a bunch of other damage boosts. And then up B into the cannon. I love this part. I wind up his neutral B and then cancel the landing lag, and then cancel it so that I get 0 frames of landing lag instead of like through 4 of the regular thing. I also did that in the old TAS. I then launch myself and then partially skip the cannon auto-scroller. Because yes, this is an auto-scroller. And then I entered the door. That room saved 25 frames over the old TAS. I absolutely love it. So my phone has been absolutely on the fritz. But it's been acting good today. Like after I bought the new phone and bought the SIM card so that I can keep my phone number. Now it's acting fine after I bought everything like that. Great, thanks. Am I multi-track recording? No, I'm not. But oh well. Fortunately, YouTube has a thing where they can mute the song while keeping the rest of it. So I'll just do that. It's fine. And so here I manipulate a Super Mushroom, manipulate a bomb, damage boost a bunch, and then fly over here. I then jab that thing. And then I'm supposed to do a fight here. I skip it. My Super Mushroom then runs out 1 frame before I land. And if you're wondering, landing is, the landing lag is faster than the Super Mushroom version. I then damage boost over to the end. And so now we are at the first auto-scroller. And for what it's worth, that room saved 150 frames. I should probably open this up because I can look at sticker odds here. Kinda wanted to do that, but well, it's a good thing that I'm doing it now. So I manipulate RNG here to get a bunch of stickers, and they're a surprise tool that will help me later. Although the amusing thing is that they are not the bullfrogs. Okay, so yeah, I completely skipped over that too. So, because I skipped the fight, I'm kind of walking on uninitialized floor collision, which basically means like the floor, I'm walking on an invisible floor. It's uninitialized. Like, that entire section of the room is not supposed to be it's not supposed to be loaded. So, there are many stickers that I get here, including, so the one that I just got there is, a Skull Kid sticker, and that has a 0.19% chance of spawning. This next one is, a Baloo sticker, which has a 0.16% chance of spawning. So that's let me actually do this. Times 0.16 divided by 100. So just by these two stickers alone, we're at a 0.0000304% chance, and we're only 2 stickers in. Let's see, this one was... Wait, what's a 185? I never actually marked that. Oh well. Pretty sure I kept track of that somewhere. Hold on a second, I'm trying to find some things. Let's see. I think they're in here? They're not here. Oh boy. Oh well. Okay, well, I don't exactly know what other stickers that I'm getting. Yeah, Extractor 1907. So, the item slot, like, there are a bunch of item slots that I can view in RAM, and they also, they give me the item ID and then the sub ID. So I can view not only if stickers drop, I can also view their sub-IDs. So, it saves an incredible amount of time. Because I don't have to, go back. Like, go through the entire level just to see what sticker I get. So, the sticker that I just got here was, Entei. Which is a 0x185, which... has... Wait a minute, do I not? Oh, wait, no, I think it's 186. Yeah, it's Ho-Oh that I'm dealing with here, so... Ho-Oh has a 0.11% chance of spawning. See, okay, so, in layman's terms, the chances of a given sticker spawning ranges from roughly 20 down to 1 out of 10,000 item drops. Or, I'm sorry. It's roughly 1 to 20 in every something like 3,000 or so item drops. But, for a give, like, in total... it's roughly like 1 in 20 out of 10,000. 1 to 20 out of 10,000, but for a given sticker that spawns, it's roughly 1 to 20 out of 3,000 or so. Actually, about 2,972. So, yeah, they're all incredibly rare. So, the RNG manipulation is a lot. So, other stickers include, Solid Snake. We're looking at the third Solid Snake, DeRoach, which powers up electric attacks. Solid Snake powers up, explosive damage. What's, 58? Raymark 3 powers up slash stickers, I think. And then I get to, what's 180? Boundish powers up flame attacks slightly, I believe. And for some reason, they did not appear often. Well, I mean, they appeared often enough for me to RNG manipulate them, obviously. Okay. And so then, after that, like, that's all the sticker manipulation. So here, I damage boost all the way up to the top and enter the door on the earliest frame that I can. I need to organize this. And so this room actually wastes 18 frames because of the amount of pause buffering that I did to manipulate RNG. So if you're wondering, yes, there are time saves in this run, but the time saves involve RNG. And because of the way that RNG is, because of the way RNG affects, like, the entirety of this task, fixing one instance of RNG means that I'd have to do the entire run over. And so here I fall, I manipulate another super mushroom, and then purposefully manipulate a trophy stand, which is, let's see here. No, that's actually a fight that I'm dealing with. I'm actually dealing with a 5.6% chance of a trophy stand spawning. I think. And so then that's the fight. Also, yeah, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Sorry about this, just gonna play this again because I forgot to save the save state. DK Dab. Oh shoot, I should have made that a screenshot recommendation. Okay, so this is frame 18385. Monterey, if you're watching. Wait, he doesn't judge anything. Or no, I'm not actually sure. He retired from TASing. And I think he's done judging too. I forget. So, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. Poster, Solid Snake, Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty in the chat. Okay, so I can close these. I am just doing a heap of window management because that's just... Alright. So now we're on the plane. This is one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things that's coming up in a little bit. So here I choose Pit, obviously, because Pit is faster than Mario. And fun fact, Pit's forward dodge roll is faster than his run. Pretty sure his backwards dodge roll is too, but his forward dodge roll is faster than his backward dodge roll. But all of those are slower than his glide. So I do a bunch of damage boosts here. This is actually pretty similar to the old TAS, except I did it more optimally, like breaking these blocks 2 at a time instead of 1 at a time. And so here I build up a bunch of damage, and then manipulate a Vaughn with a jab, and then I launch. Nice glancing blow on the, whatever that is. I forget the name of it and I don't care. So yeah, Pit's side B actually has a use here. I then manipulate RNG to get up a bomb, using a forward smash, and then bounce boost all the way over to the end. Let's see, this room saves 167 frames. Yes, post your hey-yas in the chat. So, we're in another auto-scroller. But I can skip the fights pretty easily, so I have to explain another thing. So, on the frame an enemy, on the frame a fight starts, if I pause, then I allow the camera to keep following me instead of centering on a given fight area. And so, because of that, the camera follows me, the blast zones follow me. And so because of that, if I go far enough away from enemies, they despawn because they're outside of the camera's boundaries. And so because of that, in select rooms and select fights, I can end them really quickly. as seen here. I can just fly up and then just despawn all of them. It's incredibly useful. And then here, before I was just making arrows fly around for show. Here, it's actually on purpose because I do the pause glitch. I then manipulate a bomb from a Glunger. I then do the pause glitch. And so here, I'm setting up my position to be very precise. Fortunately, the auto-scroller has enough downtime for me to be able to do this. I then taunt. You're not ready yet. I then damage boost. And then end the fight early. Because by hitting the exact float precise position of 1,300, I can trigger the ending of the level while the fight is still going on. At first, I thought that this was just a thing that I did with hacks in a Project M hack TAS. But it's real. It's real. And you can do it legitimately if you get to a position that's precise to a... It's either a 10,000th or a 100,000th of an in-game unit in a game where you move several units per second. No, Mickey. Oh my gosh. No. You can't leave. How was it discovered? I found it by accident during the process of tassing a Project M Hyperspeed Edition TAS, in which I simply assumed that it was due to the cheats involved because they have me move around at really high speeds, and I just assumed, oh, it's due that it apparently isn't. I just got lucky. So, precise to within, like, 100,000th of an in-game unit, and it saves about 5 seconds. I'm gonna turn on my AC real quick. Also, this is my cat, Mickey. He's in my room because, apparently my mom needs to get a urine sample. And so he's here because I have my door shut with a litter box off camera. And so we're trying to get him to use the bathroom in a bathroom that can actually get the sample, but he hasn't gone yet, and so he's trapped in here until he does. Come on, Mickey, do us all a favor. He's a good boy. Aside from that, he's just not cooperating with me with this. But yeah, that was the end of the plane. I apparently saved a grand total of 458 frames. Oh my gosh, what do you want? He missed me. I was at my dad's house, like, all week, and so I'm just back here, and he missed me. Both of my cats missed me. So now we're on the lake, and we choose Fox because Fox is better than Diddy. Diddy just doesn't get used. And here, it's simply a matter of dodging all of his attacks and then attacking as quickly as possible. Oh, I know. Cat break, I'm sorry. I should probably get a drink of water because I am quite thirsty, but that'll require me to open the door, and I know that if I open the door, Mickey is going to try bolting for the exit. Oh. His ear flopped. So, yeah, this fight with Rayquaza doesn't really say much. Although, now I know what you're thinking. Why don't I reflect that orb? That orb does no damage. It does no damage, and it does no damage while reflected, so it's faster to just cancel a more damaging move. And he hopped off me. Wait a minute, I have an idea. I have a random thing of V8 in my room for no reason, and so I figure, you know, why not have a V8? So yeah, this fight is actually rather simple. I finish it off with an up smash because his up smash does the most damage. And so, I choose Fox again, and this is a series of rooms where I use side B, because doing that is faster. Although here I love this part. Hey, stop scratching at the door. Ah. See, now he wants to really go, but he can't. So, I love this part. Now, in the old TAS, I simply didn't tech, fell off, and used side B to reach the door. In this one, I SDI in such a way as to tech right on the edge, and then fall off a frame later. Because teching doesn't entirely stop momentum. Spot dodging and rolling does, but teching does not. And so because of that, I fall off, I can fast fall, and then immediately go to the door. Let's see, this room saves 38 frames. You know what you can do, Mickey? Go. I save a frame here by foxtrotting instead of running. And I should probably explain what foxtrotting is. So, there's the initial dash of a character's run, and then there's the actual running part. For some characters, especially in Subspace, the continuously activating the dash portion is moves faster than the run portion. So it's called foxtrotting. And for Fox here, it's faster for select distances by 1 frame. And here I do a bunch of jumps. I then do a damage boost from the thing, but I still don't know the name of it, and then enter the door. I saved 2 frames here, I think. Yeah, for some reason. I actually forget how, but I did. Like, that's another 2 frames for the history books. And so here, so you'll notice that for some of Fox's side Bs, I just go a full distance and then stop and then fall. And then for others, I retain a lot of momentum. This is because in Brawl and Melee, they removed this feature in Smash 4 and Ultimate for some reason. You can halt Fox's side B. Oh my gosh, stop scratching, Mr. Mickey. Are you kidding me? Mickey, you're not leaving until you do what we need you to do. So, with the ability to, it's called, I believe, shorting or shortening the side B. The window that you can do it, you'll notice, like, this is, like, the latest window. I still dash for a brief moment, so that allows me to move quickly and also keep my momentum. And so that's actually faster in several instances. And then I do another damage boost, I destroy those things with Fox's neutral B, and then I side B to the door. And so I believe it's a similar case with this room. I jump at just the right height and short the side B to enter the door. I forget what room I'm in. It's something like 11 frames, I think. It's 11 frames faster. I think. And so here we're in another fight in which I pause glitch to despawn the giant Goomba. Because those things are horrible. I then manipulate a bomb, and then I manipulate 2 of them at once. So, without even needing to pause, I think. So, chances of that happening are something like... Let's see, in a given fight, it's something like 4.47%. So that's 4.47 divided by 100, and then you square that. So the chances of that happening were literally, 1 in 500. I then bounce boost over to the door instead of using a super mushroom, which saves like, let's see, I think I saved like about a second in this room. Yeah, 56 frames from the looks of it, which is about 1 second. Ooh, I should probably check how my mobile data is doing. Because I only have like a certain amount that I can use for my hotspot, and if that runs out, then I have to use the Wi-Fi, which has proven time and time again to be utterly unreliable. So pardon the interruption. Well, logged in. So, and now with here, I do a side B. I jump, I double jump, I then do a turnaround laser. I then do the slightly shorted side B to enter the door earlier. Okay, so I apparently have something like about 5 gigs of data left, which is more than enough for me to live stream all of this. So I think I'm fine. I foxtrot here to save a frame, and then I think I did the side B a bit earlier too. What's my favorite enemy? I don't know off the top of my head. I forget if I saved time in this room or not. I saved 1 frame. Somehow. I then enter another autoscroller. I manipulate more stickers, and I actually lose 7 frames here because of pause buffering and everything. But that is nothing in comparison to the time that I actually save. I didn't actually eat anything today. Okay, no, that's actually a lie. I had a piece of buttered toast for breakfast. What, Mickey? So now that room's done. I side B here. I then manipulate up a bomb. I then foxtrot over to this edge. Do a bounce boost. I'm actually able to slightly clip through this floor into the cannon. It is then the Shadow Bowser fight. I actually lose 7 frames here because of bad RNG. It literally took forever for me to properly do that, but I was able to get him to use Bowser's side on me, and I win because I have a stock advantage. It's literally only a win because of a technicality. Put your Electrode Pokemon series in the chat. Yeah, sure, let's get that frame again. So we've got Ray Mark 3, 3 electrodes, 2 barrel trains. Actually, 3 barrel trains from the looks of it. So now I'm in the Ruin Zoo, in which we start with another auto-scroller. I don't even manipulate RNG here to get any stickers, so it's literally just fooling around. And building up my damage to 999% because... Alright, Jack Bro, I'll try this again. I know that it didn't work the last time, but I'll try this again. I am trying to send my, TAS luck to you. Okay, I tried. Good luck. I tried using PK Fire on those wooden blocks, and they didn't get destroyed. And then I have the snake question, and I'm like, "What the heck are you doing?" And then Lucas shrugs his shoulders, like, "Oh." So then for this boss fight, I choose Ness because yeah, he has better damage than Lucas, and you would not believe his fastest damaging option. It's spamming down tilt. You're gonna ruin the side of my door, Mickey. Mr. Mickey. Oh my gosh. But yeah, down tilt spam is his fastest, most DPS. It's only like 0.5% per frame. Yeah, I tested the process of this, I'm pretty sure. I tested the process of a lot of this, but only like 20 to 30 to 40 something people actually showed up. So yeah, that's that fight, and then I choose Lucas here. Squirtle might be faster here, actually, but I don't really know, and I am not going to waste another 4 months of my life to find out. So, I start with these things called zap jumps, in which zap jump magnet pulse, in which if you double jump and then instantly use PK Fire the frame after that, Lucas goes really, really high. And then, if you use down B after you use PK Fire, you get sent backwards with a lot of momentum. And so it's a zap jump magnet pull, and that's Lucas's fastest damage, fastest movement option, outside of damage boosting. And so here I build up a bunch of damage, manipulate a bomb, and then launch myself. I then pause glitch this fight because that's important. Motion sensor bomb. The flow to death into a soccer ball, into another motion sensor bomb, into damage boost all the way to the end. Oh, cool, my camera's out of focus. Hello. I have an idea. Yeah, that is some cool... Alright. I think I'm better. So that was that fight. Or that room. I actually start the PK Fire and everything a bit earlier. This fight, though, goes exactly the same as the old TAS. I found the best thing right for once in the old TAS. It actually did some things properly. I then do a Glunder bounce boost into PK Fire into Enter Door. And then this part is fun. I manipulate a bomb from this Boom Primid, and then use the wall hitbox of the spring to launch myself all the way to the end. Right over the fight, all the way to the end. We then get a single frame of the Pokemon trainer's extreme close-up face. So now it's the Battlefield Fortress. And now I choose Marth. And Marth's roll is slightly faster than his run. Damage boost. So here I need to explain this. So there's this thing called Shield SDI, in which in the hit lag portion of an attack that you shield, you can shift your position left or right slightly. Now the thing about some attacks is that they have a very large amount of shield SDI, which means like the magnitude that you move in a single instance of shield SDI is really, really, really high. And it just so happens that the Sword Pyramid's stab attack is one of these instances. So I shield this guy's attack and then mash the control stick at a TAS level to just teleport. I move this much in one frame. And so it basically just looks like I'm teleporting. I then build up damage, manipulate up a bomb, damage boost. Take damage, bounce boost again. And so here, this room actually loses a bit of time in comparison to the old TAS, but because I can't damage boost like I do in the old one, but I save time overall because the first room has much more damage boosting. Also, I lure this rotor to the back wall here and bounce boost. I tried manipulating a bomb and then using the ceiling of the retracting wall, but I literally couldn't reach high enough to properly do it. It's dumb. So I then damage boost again all the way to the end. And now I choose Meta Knight. You know him, you love him! He's here. And he just manipulated a green shell and a bomb from two enemies at once. And then the fight just continues on from here. I kill 3 guys at once. Manipulate another green shell. I manipulate a cracker launcher. Those are fun. Really fun. Fun fact, items have even less of a chance of spawning in this room than they do in other fights. I love that part. So, oh cool, I didn't even... Alright, that's great. I don't think I actually need this, because... Yeah. There we go, time to speed this up a little bit. Apologies. So, you can see it's just a bunch of chaos all around. These things are the hardest to task because of all of the things that you need to keep track of between a bunch of different enemy positions, whether they're dying or not, whether they're dying optimally or not. RNG manipulation, RNG manipulation, RNG manipulation. So, I launch the green shell, I kill the Greep, despawn it, as I also RNG manipulate a trophy stand. The green shell knocks the scope pyramid into the trophy stand, which kills it, and then the final enemy dies, and then that ends the fight. I am so proud of that part. That room saved 28 frames. I think. Yeah, 28. So now we're in this room that is supposed to be a series of long auto-scrollers and fights. I skip over several fights, but then I do these fights. Or I do that fight, I skip it to get this fight. I then enter the auto-scroller. I then end it prematurely. I then build up more damage, manipulate up a bomb, and then bounce boost over to the ending door. Fun fact, the auto-scroller is still going on. The timer for it is still going on. And when it ends, a fight happens. And when the fight happens, if you're beyond the regular blast zones, you die. And so, at first, I thought that it wasn't possible to do the auto-scroller skip without dying on this difficulty, because the auto-scroller just doesn't take long enough. Like, it doesn't give me enough time. But, as it turns out, you can, because with the help of bounce boosting. And I saved, like, 443 frames in this room. Mr. Mickey. And so then I do a bunch of up airs. This is actually important. Mr. Mickey. To manipulate up a bomb, to bounce boost, move past the minecart, and go all the way to the end. Or to the fight, anyway. I can't skip the fight. I tried clipping through collision and everything like that, but I couldn't. But here, I skipped several minecarts. And so I ride the minecart here until I don't, and ride and then fly all the way to the end. I saved time there by ending the infinite dimensional cape early. I should probably explain that. So by holding down when you're using Meta Knight's down B and then flicking up on the control stick rapidly, you can stay in the invisible portion of his down B forever. And if you move along the ground, it's actually faster than any of those other movement options. So that's the infinite dimensional cape, and I also use it here. Into getting damaged, into gliding over this fight. I actually save a couple frames here by doing slightly better gliding. And then that's the fight. And now we're on to the forest. Featuring Yoshi. And his side B. And pause glitch. And taking damage. And damage boosting. And skipping the fight. And then manipulating RNG for a bomb. And then, like you'll begin to notice a pattern. I pause glitched this fight a lot better. Because of the damage boost. And so then I entered the door. I then sniped that thing. And then damage boost. It's apparently actually slightly slower than just traversing the level regularly, but I save time in the next room because I have more damage. And so here, you'll notice that in many of these instances when I do these pause glitches, that I perch myself right at the edge of some arbitrary location. That's because if I move any further, then I die to the general area's blast zone, so I can't move any further. And so here I manipulate up a bomb, and then do that, and then damage boost, or bounce boost over to the end. I then use these Feish enemies to bounce boost. I then use the shell pod to damage boost. It's actually a fair bit faster. And then damage boost all the way to the end. Oh, let's see. That room saved 5 seconds. And a frame. Cool. Dolphin freezing once again. Yeah, that's great. Cool on that. Okay, here we are. So now we're on to the Research Facility 1, featuring Zero Suit Samus for a whole 2 rooms. Yes, it's faster to break the blocks on the ground with her dash attack than it is to jump over them. Wow, it froze again. What the heck? So I dash attack into the elevators to save 2 frames. So now I choose Pikachu because he is much, much, much faster than Zero Suit Samus could ever hope to be. I then do a bunch of quick attacks into this room. I save time here by edge canceling the quick attacks a lot faster. I save like 30... No, wait. Yeah, 38 frames, I think. Unless I messed up... No, wait, I'm on the lake there. I saved 14 frames. Now, this fight is the only fight that I do in this one and skip in the old one. Because by doing the fight here and cleverly pause glitching it to make it end more quickly, I have a faster return trip. I then damage boost from the Bucket's attack. I then damage boost, or actually bounce boost from that thing. I then manipulate RNG to get up a bomb, and then bounce boost and fly right over to the edge. By landing there, and then grabbing the ledge, and then canceling the ledge grab somehow. That was lucky. And that saved like 196 frames. Froze again, yeah, that's great. How does that work? I have no idea. It just does. Auto-scroller time. Alongside doing random quick attacks, I actually try to build up as much damage here as possible. So, that's cool. So, I love this thing. So, I actually do this fight differently in comparison to the old TAS, which simply thunders twice. So here, I kill the first Glunder, manipulate a trophy stand, and then throw it, and then kill the second Glunder in one hit. And then, like, I get a head start here. And so that goes by really fast. Wow, it seems to not like it when I play after pausing or frame advancing. That's okay. So that thing is slightly faster, that bounce boost. Like 4 frames, actually. Or is it 19? Yeah, no, it's 19. So that's just an absolute crazy damage boost. I'd try a Pat Cashman impression, but my voice is dead already. So, because we saved Peach, we fight with Yoshi. And this fight here is actually 1 second faster. This next fight is about 7 frames slower, actually. But I still save time. As a whole. And then I save 92 frames by already having Yoshi loaded, because both in the old TAS and the new TAS, I choose Yoshi here regardless. And so by having Yoshi loaded in, like, it saves time on loading. So here's another auto-scroller, and fight. Now in the old TAS, I kill Yoshi here. But here I don't, and it's because Yoshi is used in several other rooms. And by not killing him, he doesn't have to be loaded in. And so he saves another 89 frames in the loading between 11-4 and 11-5. Another auto-scroller. You'll begin to notice a pattern. I'm getting tired. I want to go home. I already am home. So, I manipulate a few stickers here. You know, when the next auto score happens, I'm gonna slow it down, and then I'm gonna get a bottle of water. So, nothing really much else to say about this except I'm fooling around in an auto-scroller where there's nothing else to do. So here's the part where I save 89 frames by loading. I manipulate a bomb here to launch myself a bit. Get hit by that thing. Get hit by that thing. Another damage boost. Or bounce boost, I suppose. Mickey, no. Okay, so I absolutely love this part. Like, I kill the other two fish, I kill the chicken, I then bait this guy into blowing up the blast box and dying. Incredible. He just... he got destroyed. Oh my gosh, Mr. Mickey. I then bounce boost over to the end. So now we're on to Path to the Ruins. It's gliding faster than Infinite Cape. I'm not actually sure. I think it's slightly slower. So here I just do a bunch of damage building and damage boosting, and then RNG manipulation. It's all just basically the same story. Mr. Mickey, what do you want? You know what I want, Mr. Mickey? I actually had to wait quite a bit to get that green shell. That just did not want to show up. So this part is great. So here, I pause glitch to despawn some enemies. I then manipulate another super mushroom and a bomb, which gets another bomb. I then jab that thing, and then I bounce boost on this wall. At the exact moment that this wall retracts, so that I get snapped up to the floor, to the point to where all of my collision points are beyond the ceiling. So I'm out of bounds. And that gives me enough time to air dodge out of bounds, which means now, instead of getting knocked around on walls and everything, they can only guide my momentum around. And it just so happens that my collision points, which may or may not be because of the super mushroom, are layered in such a way as to let me just clip through the corner between the wall, the blockade, and the ceiling. Which lets me just clip through and skip an auto-scroller and the fight. Unfortunately, I still have to wait for the elevator. But that's okay, because that room saved 900 frames. Okay, fine. So, in the old TAS, I tried up-throwing him to coerce him over to the edge. Here, he just jumped, and so I just back-throw him and kill him at 0. That room saved 47 frames. And Dolphin freezing again. That gives me time to check some things. So now we're on the cave. So I choose Yoshi again, and then side B a bunch of times, and then jump in an explicit manner to manipulate a bomb like that. This fight is actually slightly slower than the old TAS, but I still save time in this room by a better bounce boost. I save 1 second. So this part, I do a different SDI pattern, and that lets me save like 2 frames. So this part you'll know as the Yoshi goes on a rampage video. People who watched the live stream will know, the TASing live stream will know that I spent a lot of time getting that ladder movement to work, and they'll know that I played Snake Eater. So here I do a very clever bounce boost as to briefly clip out of bounds and bounce on the wall, clip back in bounds, manipulate a bomb, and then bounce boost over to the Goombas, pause glitch, egg roll over, despawn them, manipulate another bomb, and then I'll launch and yeet myself all the way to the end. That room saved 126 frames. So now I'm at the ruins, featuring Yoshi. No, I'm sorry, featuring Lucas. It could have featured Yoshi, but I test all of this without doing the character glitch, because there's a glitch that lets you use unintended characters outside of New Game Plus. And one of these instances is being able to use Yoshi or Link, I believe, in the in this level. But I don't think it'll actually be. I don't think it would be all that much faster, because this level is very much an auto scroller. Like, we're dealing with wall, floor, ceiling, collapsing cycles. An auto-scroller. I'm gonna get a thing of water, by the way. All this is manipulating a bunch of bullfrogs and other things. Oh, by the way, bullfrogs have like a 0.1% chance to spawn from a given enemy. It's glorious. So I'm gonna run this at like 10 frames a second. I will keep the flame borders running, I think. Cool. There we go. So that you'll know that the stream isn't lagging while I'm gone. So with that said, I will be right back. Alright, I am back with my water and my, actually got a snack. So, as you can see, the auto-scroller is still going on Mr. Mickey. So, simply manipulating a bunch of stickers, I lose many frames in this auto-scroller, something like about half a second, because of the amount of pause buffering that I do. Sorry you have to see me eat. As I mentioned, I haven't eaten like all day. We get some Crystal Crossing. Shoutouts to Czech Bro. And then actually cancel this auto-scroller by entering the door and then exiting. And then bounce boost over to the ending of that room. And so now we're in this part. In which I do some, okay, this one actually doesn't, change. I do it normally, but it's actually a bit faster. I manipulate a hothead. That'll be important. I zap jump pause glitch to end that fight. And then do a regular thing to end that fight. I don't use the hothead here because it actually keeps on getting stuck on the wall, so I have to do it like right here. It's then the Charizard fight, which I end like instantly. We got him. Bullfrog, Star Fox Command. Alright. We missed it. The Duke, I'll stop you right there. Don't. There it is. I'll just let you admire that frame. Let me finish my yogurt before I continue. So, now, we're on to the first sticker application of the run, in which, let's see, I put a Ray Mark III and a tractor trailer onto the Pokemon Trainer, which boosts indirect special and special attack, which Charizard's down B is both. I then put a Bullfrog, King Dodongo, Solid Snake on Pit, which boosts the single bomb he gets. And then for Meta Knight, let's see, Ray Mark III is weapon attack, Musketeer Talitania is slash, Electrode, explosive attack, I think. Hello, Flame, which is the bomb, and then the carry bomb. Pikachu, carry bomb, Boulder, which boosts his neutral air. Oh my goodness, you're gonna ruin the door frame. Go. Go over there. Explosive boosts explosive, well, Snake boosts explosive, and then Entei boosts flame. Fox gets a barrel train, a bullfrog, a king dodongo, an electrode, and then Yoshi gets a skull kid, a bullfrog, a I forget what the name of that is. A Bowser Jr. for tail attacks, because there's a fight where that actually matters, and then Solid Snake, and then that's it. That's a Boundish, I think, the black thing with the red dot in the center. So even though this this sticker application is 224 frames, I think, slower than the old one, the amount of stickers that I put on characters and the amount of time that they save vastly overshadows it. And it's best seen here with Meta Knight, who gets a more powerful bomb. That thing down thrown did 40%. And then dash attack into falling off the edge, into jump up air, into neutral air, into RNG manipulated bomb, into attack into auto scroller trigger. No, you cannot skip this auto scroller. I've tried. And so here it's just building up damage again. And then do the mountain clip a lot more smoothly than the last time. And if you're wondering what the mountain clip is, for some reason Meta Knight can just clip through the mountain with his up B. Yes, it's fastest to do the mock tornado. So I jump, I up air, I then jump again, and up B. For some reason, like, it's this specific, like, corner of things that just lets me do that. Right on through. Right on through. It skips a fight. I then infinite dimensional cape to the ledge, and then just do this. Yeah. So now I'm in the auto scroller where I purposefully die to get Meta Knight back and then build up my damage back. So that's fun. Physics, yes. So then the fight happens, and then it doesn't happen. I do this movement a lot better than the old one. Shout out to the guy who suggested for me to do up B there. And so now we fight against Gallium, in which I do this fight a lot better. Because I have better slash. I get damage everywhere all the time. Oh, the 100% from the boulder was actually the bomb and the boulder hitting me on the same frame. Ugh. Okay, shoutouts to the first person who suggested for me to do up B there. So yeah, now we're in the Ruin Hall, in which it's literally the same boss fight. Except I choose Charizard and then do a bunch of down Bs. Or, no, side Bs. And it's like, oh, the fight's over. Oh, that's great. So now we're in the Wilds 2, which is where Pit's Bullfrog sticker gets put to full effect, where I just yeet myself right over the fight trigger. How much damage does a boulder normally give you without the bomb? Something like 70 or 60%, I forget. And here is the first instance of PAL exclusive death warps, in which, like, this is the PAL version of the game. Dying here, it's like skipping the fight and dying here just lets me skip the incredibly slow auto-scroller and the fight that goes after it. And then I clip through the ceiling by bonking on the wall as the elevator goes up. And then just yeet to the end. And then just do that. Yeah, the best character for boss battles, excluding Peach, is Charizard. He's used in RTA, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, with that, like I skip the fight, but then I deal with the auto scroller, and then I do a very precise damage boost as to just fly over to the exit, but also kill Yoshi. And so now we're on to the swamp, in which I choose Foxy Man because low, and then bounce boost or damage boost into RNG manipulated bomb into bounce boost into side B into RNG manipulated bomb and a bounce boost into fly over to the exit. It is going to be a night. Like, if I ever submit this to, like, Task Giving or SGDQ, and I try to commentate this on the fly, it is not going to happen. There are so many things to explain about this. This is why I'm doing a live breakdown right now. Because there's so many things to talk about. Yes, Mickey, I know. Go on the litter box. Mr. Mickey. So yeah, here I bounce boost all the way over here. I have to avoid those bullet bills. I then enter this fight. And then I enter another auto-scroller. After this fight. And then we're dealing with... Oh my gosh, would you shush for 5 seconds? So I also partially cancel this auto-scroller alongside the Ruins auto-scroller. Except it doesn't actually fully cancel. It just skips a little bit. And then here is like one of the most notorious RTA fights, Giant Shadow Diddy. I save time over the old TAS by just running and then grabbing him. Would reflecting Dragon Pulse deal more damage against Rayquaza? No. Because it deals like no damage. So yeah, now we're into this area. Do a bunch of side Bs. I then skip this fight. Unfortunately, the time saved exclusively from the fight skip is lessened by the fact that I got horrible cannon cycles here. And, like, look at that. But I still save time here, so that's good. It's then a bunch of side Bs, shortened and non-shortened, and everything like that. I then get all the way over here. I had to, space myself very specifically so that the bomb didn't explode from the paratrooper's attack. I then boost all the way to the end. This is also one of my favorite spots. I SDI downwards and then just get hit by a bunch of spikes. All in a row. Okay, so the thing is, Chak Bro, they're lightening up to accepting tool-assisted speedruns. In fact, the previously done SGDQ 2021, they let testers submit on their own thing without requiring console verification or requiring to do it through Dwango AC and TASBot. Nothing against Dwango AC and TASBot. They do a very good job with everything. But this allows testers more freedom. I did not submit the old TAS because I was working on this one. Sorry, just taking another break. My apologies. Alright. Yeah, just ride on the spikes. It's that easy. And so then, another auto-scroller. Haha, funny guys. Funny, Mr. Sakurai, San, Sensei, Dono, Kun, Sama. Also, I manipulated Bob-omb earlier to end this fight a bit earlier. I think I'm running out of Japanese honorifics. I also manipulate a motion sensor bomb. Chan, I forgot about that. Sakurai-chan. That is absolutely not correct. I do not mean any insults. If you have a hypothetical instant loading Wii to run Brawl in this TAS, would it still desync? I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, just call him Sakurai Senpai like you know you want him, like no you want to. Okay. So yeah, now we're damage boosting with Pikachu again. Using F-tilts because they're actually quite fast. And then I just skip the blockade. And then shield drop because that's faster. I then do this. Thanks to the Bob-omb's boosted power, it just lets me kill them with thunder instead of requiring a stage spike. So yeah, because Samus is even slower, I still choose Pikachu. And build up a ton of damage, build up a ton of speed, shoutouts to 11059, and then, yeah, do that. So in the old TAS, I rode the platform. Here I just bounce boost. I then manipulate another Bob-omb, and then face this direction, and then launch, and then just yeet to the end. And so this room, I hit myself and damage boost in such a way, I'm moving the camera for this, I managed to hit the corner in such a way because, like, this, like, ceiling floor seam is so thin, it just pops me out on the other side. And so that skips, like, many rooms. Yes, it said 69% for the two Samuses. And look, it says 420 for my damage right now. Haha, funny. Funny weed, I think. Time for me to get demonetized. Thanks, guys. So, this room saves... How many frames? 260 frames, I think. Haha, guys. 420. So yeah, then I just go through these rooms like normal. And then we fight Ridley, who is too big for Smash. Too big for Smash, guys. We really mean it this time. He's not getting into Smash. Mickey, you know. Oh my goodness, stop crying. Also, we get the introduction of the former only character that mattered. Now that title belongs to Peach. Oh my gosh. You see, the litter box, go. Olimar is too small for Smash. No, just kidding. Foxtrotting. Remember when I talked about that? Well, Falcon's Foxtrot is actually notably faster than his run. And so here I manipulated Bomb during the rotor's hit downtime, invincibility downtime, which means I can damage boost to the end a bit more quickly. And now we do this fight. Instant RNG manipulation of a super mushroom, and then a Bomb, and then another Bomb, and then like another Bomb, and then another super mushroom, and then a green shell, and then another green shell, and then another super mushroom, and then another Bomb, and then a blast box, I think. Yeah, a blast box, and then I think that's it. Super Mushroom runs out. I hit him with both hits on my down smash, and then it finishes the fight like 5 frames faster than the old TAS. Mr. Mickey! You can hear him in the background, right? So now we're on the Glacial Peak, featuring Meta Knight and explosions and RNG manipulation of a motion sensor bomb, and another bomb, and then more damage boosting, and then the incredibly slow ledge getup, because here's the thing. When you grab the ledge, you still retain vertical and horizontal momentum. Which means, if I let go, or jumped, I would still keep my vertical momentum, which means I have no choice but to do this slow ledge getup. But it still saves 41 frames. So that is, well and good. Mr. Mickey. So yeah, here we are in like one of the longest auto-scrollers of the game. I manipulate a single bullfrog, because that's all I needed. I was going to manipulate another one, but then I found out that it would have given Kirby too much power for his damage boosts, so I left him alone. So, yeah. It's cool. Oh. Mickey. So yeah, this thing takes ages. Have I mentioned that already? It takes ages. Kirby getting too powerful is an everyday occurrence? What are you talking about? Darn, you're right. Mr. Mickey. So now we're finally at the end of the auto scroll, which means I can do a bunch of up Bs and everything like that, and then a pause glitch. Holy crap! Mickey, you know what to do. You're not leaving. You're not leaving. Apologies for the language. Yeah, I know that's not really a bad word, but you know what? I don't really do any kind of kinds of things like that, so... How do I know it's the right sticker at the point it's picked up? Because, as I mentioned before, the game has a bunch of item slots that I can view in RAM, and alongside viewing the actual item's ID, I can also view the sub-ID. And so, food and stickers all have sub-IDs. And it just so happens that, like, I can correspond an exact, direct relationship between the item IDs that show up and the stickers that actually spawn. So I know what I pick up the instant that I spawn it. Instead of having to go through the entire level just to see what happens, it saves so much time. So much time. So now, we fight Lucario. Well, he fights us. Well, not really fight. It's more like he flails around angrily. No, it's funny that you mentioned that Formula Zero EX. He tried hopping onto my chair, like the chair's top, and then he lost balance and fell off, and then he tipped the litter box that I have set up for him so I can get a urine sample from him. And so I spent a bit of time picking up the cat litter. Because he tipped it over. Mickey. Yes, his name is Mickey. There's the bullfrog. Also, we're at the canyon, aka Yoshi, aka, what is it? Eating crayons? I think that's the meme. I'm sorry. Yoshi means when they eat crayons or something like that? I don't know. I don't follow the Smash scene much. But yeah, at this point it's just a bunch of RNG manipulation. Shoutouts to that Fire Primate blowing himself up. Mickey. So yeah, fun fact: this fight is actually slightly on an auto scroller because of the liars that spawn. Oh, he just hopped in my lap. Okay. Say hi to Mickey, guys. And the fight with a trophy stand. Mr. Mickey. So here, we choose Snake. Well, no, we don't even choose him. He just gets chosen for us. So his fastest movement is his Dacus or Dash Attack Cancel Up Smash. And so doing that alongside damage boosting and then shield SDIing the Scope Primates, smaller shots, I can just do that. And now we choose Meta Knight again. Funny how Galactonite's theme is on. And so then I just skip this fight. Or, no, not skip this fight. Skip this room. Because incomplete collision. So yeah, then I do this fight. Get a soccer ball. That was very helpful. So then I damage boost here. Again. That was just a 1 damage boost thing. So this room. All of you people who watched the live stream are very well aware of this room. Because I skip it. This long room by killing this thing and then damage boosting at the exact correct time. I can just fly right over. Right over to the edge. And so then it's the fight against Shadow Peach and Shadow Zelda, in which I glide attack and then hit them with an up throw and then glide attack again. Well, no, actually up B them. So yeah, that's that fight. And so now, here, we deal with more RNG manipulation, because Peach is back. So that's 1, 2... skip 500 RNG values by pulling turnips to advantage RNG. That's 3. All the way to the end. So now I think I'm up to 10, unless I missed some things. I don't think I did. That's 11. That's 12. That is the lucky Babam, as all of you on stream on the tasking stream watched. The SDI was slightly inoptimal, and that let me get it. That let me get it to save some time. So I think now I'm at like 12. That's 13, I think. Stitch face. Regular fight, and then I manipulated a bomb to just heat myself again. And then just go all the way to the end. No, it's no problem. So this room actually took way too much time, because I tried several frames of door entering and none of them were working. And so at this point it's like I was running out of options. And so I realized Okay, what if I pull this bomb at this platform instead of the starting one? That saved enough time for me to do the movement to the top more quickly, and then find a frame for me to get the special bomb that will be seen shortly. So it's like I throw it, I bounce boost, I hit the platform, and then up air to stall RNG, and then I think I pause buffer, and then I pull the bomb as I'm falling off the platform, and then I do that, and then I just explode it, and then die. So now I think that's like, what, 15? Okay, it's like, let me think. So, there was one in 1-2. 4 in 3-1. So let me count this. We're looking at 1 plus, that's 4, plus that's 2, I want to say, plus 1, plus 3, plus 2, plus 1, plus 2, I think. Up to now. $16 apparently. How did I miss another one? But yeah, now we're on a Battleship Harbor Bridge. Also, second sticker setup. So with this one, I go over to Kirby and put a barrel train on him, a bullfrog, Star Fox command, and then an electrode, explosive attack. So then for Captain Falcon, barrel train, leg, bullfrog, DeRoach. Let's go. Why did I say that? Solid Snake, and then Boundish. And then for Peach, she gets the bullfrog and a Valoo, and a Boundish, and a Russell, and a Peach. And then that's it. I actually saved some time here, in spite of putting on way more stickers, because the old TAS was not unoptimal. Yeah, Chakro, it's at the bottom of the trophy stand. So let me go over that again. So yeah, that's 4. And then 1, 2 for that room. Unless I manipulated it. No, I didn't. It's 2 in that one. See, let me actually view the video. Apologies for this. It's like I pulled one at the start. I choose Peach. That's 1, that's 2 in this room. That's 3. And that's 4. And then in this room, that's 1, that's 2. I then get a Stitch face, but we're not counting Stitch faces, I'm counting the bombs. And then the rest of these are simply, enemy manipulated instead of being explicitly from her down B. And then pull another one. And get this, and it's like I don't manipulate any others. I then get 3 in the first room of interior, right? Because like that's the 1, 2, and or was it 4? I don't know. Let's find out. If I count them, that's 1, that's 2. Okay, it is 3. Is the TAS finished it? Yeah, I literally just premiered it. And then get 2 in this one. And then go 1 in this room. I don't pull any in this room. This was done over many, many streams. Something like 80 to 90 hours of live streaming. I'll have to count. And then keep in mind, for every hour that I live streamed, there was also like maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 hours where I didn't. And then that's 2 right there. So, yeah, that's 16, I guess. So I somehow missed one. So yeah, that's the stickers. And now I choose Peach again, and then we say goodbye to Duan after saying hi. Hi, Duan. Bye, Duan. And so now we're on Subspace Bomb Factory 1. Pikachu. Quick attacks. Actually clip through some collision with the help of the elevator. And so with this fight actually ends up being a bit slower because of RNG, but the room still saves time because of that damage boost at the end where Pikachu just friggin' dies. And so now we're on the longest level in the game next to the Great Maze, in which we just Falcon, Foxtrot, and damage boost. The song that is playing is Final Boss Phase 2 from Mario & Luigi Paper Jam, as opposed to Paper Jelly. And so, here with this fight, I actually ended quite a bit sooner than the old one because I launched the Metal Pyramid's corpse into the nearly dead Auto Lance, which saves time. And so here I build up a bit of more damage from that. The bomb. Yep, auto-scrollers. Yeah, so in the old TAS, I just rode the ceiling, but with this one, I just cut straight across it. This is like a representation of calculus. I'm pretty certain it's a representation of calculus somewhere. Where it's like, the entire deal with... yes, I'm going on a calculus rant. I don't care. Look, I went to college. I'm going to college. I'm going to talk about this. So it's like, the entire thing with calculus is you take a series of rectangles underneath a curve and to approximate the area under it. Now, as you had more and more rectangles of thinner and thinner length, you eventually approach the actual area underneath the curve as the lengths of the rectangles get infinitely thin. And so it's like, I'm thinking here, wait a minute, this kind of looks just like that, except instead of stuff under a curve or dealing with, like, what is that, like an octagon? No, not even an octagon. It's like, it's something else. But, like, a finitely, a finite polygon shape, and then we're just cutting a straight line across it. And then here we do it again. This is like right above the trigger. And so that's the end of that fight. I'm sorry about that. I wanted to. So now we're in this room in which we just... Yeah, anyway. Brawl is story mode calculus confirmed, you're right. And so here I just fool around in another auto-scroller. And so here I pause the glitch of the fight to make the enemies despawn. And this is actually very funny. That area doesn't have any collision, which means I can just phase through this wall And I don't need to get the key. So now we are in the final horde fight of the game. It's incredibly long. And it's like the last thing. The last big horde fight. That super mushroom was by accident. Like, I got it first try. I didn't even need to manipulate RNG for that. Shoutouts to the bomb slightly damaging the Nagagog. And now he's just throwing things all over the place. So yeah, here, trophies, because they're actually useful here. And here I actually, die to slightly load Rob in. For this room, slightly faster. We skip an auto-scroller with this. Also, second PAL exclusive Death Warp. The loading for Falcon was also slightly faster, for some reason. So yeah, frame perfect, completely downwards SDI is faster than Falcon's falling speed, so I do that. I damage myself with a cork mine and SDI to the auto-scroller start instead of falling. It saves just a bit of time. So that's the end of that auto-scroller. So then I damage boost over to that. We fight Meta Ridley. We beat him in less than 10 seconds, I think. Thanks to hitting and during that. And hitting and during that. And edge canceling the knee at one point. That, yeah. So yeah, that's less than 10 seconds. Peach can do it in like 2. I kid you not. You'll see. You'll see in a bit. So here we're in Entrance Subspace. I think this is like one of the last appearances of Falcon. That fight ends really early because of a clever despawning. So yeah, I switched to Meta Knight because he can skip all of these fights. Or all the fights that will show up after this long auto-scroller. Second to last one, I think? Ow. We haven't dropped any frames. That's cool. So yeah, now I'm at the end of this thing. I saved time here by starting at this end and then going to the right-hand side. Because that's where I'm going anyway. And then I optimally glide all the way to the end. I'm pretty sure if I started 1 frame sooner, I would have lost a bunch of speed. And then infinite dimensional cape all the way over. And then that's the end of that one. And now we are in Subspace 2! No, wait, Subspace 1, sorry. King Nitty, right, because he has this glitch where if you use down B and then frame perfectly, mash the control stick, he can move, like he can waddle around at hyperspeed. So, yeah, he can do that. This room slightly wastes time, but he saves like about 3 seconds overall in comparison to Luigi. This is not the copyright song. I think you're thinking about Garantina's battle theme. This is not the copyright song. This song is fine, I think. Don't make me jinx it. So yeah, he waddles along and then he waddles away. Hey, ba ba ba. Got any grace? I'm gonna get copyrighted for that. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, me. So yeah, say hi and bye to Bowser. We never knew him. Except, actually he joins our team. Say hi to Kirby. Say, hi to Peach because we just grabbed her. So yeah, then I do a bunch of bounce boosts with cork mines. And then I fall a bunch. Did I manipulate Bowser to run forward like that? He ran forward like that naturally, but the issue was getting him to run for long enough. Got any bombs? You want it? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough luck. So yeah, here, in the old TAS, for some reason, I didn't pause glitch the Armite out, but here I do, so I save several seconds. Because I don't have to wait for his animation. His long animation. The ho, that one. And here I manipulate a green shell because, as it turns out, you can also throw a green shell alongside of a bomb like I did the old TAS. In fact, I think the green shell is actually a bit better. Even though it doesn't actually save any time, it gives me more leniency. So yeah, now we're here. If I had like any more damage, I would not have been able to land like that. And yes, it's slightly faster to kill the Ticken instead of just making it fall to its death. So with this thing, I pause glitch on the same frame that I die, so that the Gagma doesn't spawn, and it saves so much time. And so now I'm on the Great Base. Oh, cool. I'm at 3 hours. Oh, boy. I might not have enough data for that. Wait a minute. Let me just check something real quick. I say as checking it and leaving this running makes it worse. Because I might just run out of data. Hotspot data, I mean. Alright, how much have I used? Okay, we're only at 8 gigabytes so far, so no, we're fine. I need to use 4 gigabytes in this entire section, then that is not happening. So, anyway. Yeah, PD just dies. So let's see, so that's 1. A bunch of RNG manipulation with turn of advancing, that's 2. And then I manipulate 1 more right as it explodes. Like, you can see the bomb in my hands right before it explodes. I pulled 1 final one. And that gets me to 150 instantly. So that's, wait. Setting this up on my calculator. So that's 1 plus 4 plus 2. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we're up to 19 bombs right here. Some of these rooms waste time, but most of them gain time. Yep, longest level in the game. So yeah, my damage has to be at a very particular amount before a particular point, and so I'm throwing the bomb backwards instead of upwards to do that. And yes, as I mentioned in the chat, using Peach's parasol on some enemies lets them die several frames earlier than if I just let them fly off. I don't know why, but it just happens. So yeah, at this point it's just knockback scaling. Yeah, I guess you're right. So here, if my percent were like 1 or 2 higher, then I would not be able to damage this here because I would just fly off like that, like just way up high. But instead I'm able to do this, and it saves like many seconds. So yeah, now I'm in the forest in which I'm just damage boosting with all of these. I've saved some time here and there. Especially, I think it's in this one. No, it's the next room. So this one. I managed to pluck a bomb with a pause buffer. while also sliding off the edge, while also facing this direction. Because the funny thing about Peach is that the direction that she gets launched is dependent on where she's facing. If she's facing towards the left, then she gets launched towards the left when doing like an up throw. And if she faces the right, she gets launched towards the right. And so I need it to be facing towards the door so I could launch with this bomb towards the door. And so that is +1. So we're up to 20 bombs right now. So that's one final bounce boost into baiting Yoshi into armoring a forward air with a double jump and then hitting him with a bomb and then parasoling into death. Death! Sudden death! Oh god, my voice is so dead I can't even do any semblance of a Pat Cashman impression. Maybe tomorrow. So, this room is one of the main areas where Peach loses time because I have so much percent that I just cannot do the early bounce boost. So I have to manipulate this rotor to hit me and a super mushroom because I have enough. Because with that, I take little enough knockback to fly over. And so there's goodbye Diddy. So, fun fact, Peach descends ladders faster than her fall speed. And then she descends with a damage boost much more quickly than any falling speed. And so then Falcon just dies. Yeah, at this point, like, there's not really much else for me to say aside from just letting it play, but there are several things that did go on, including this room, which made me initially reset and take consideration of the amount of damage that I have. So if I were like some couple percent higher, I wouldn't have been able to tech on that wall. And so despite all my expectations, I was actually able to save time in this room. Because I was able to do something like this. It just... Pff, yeah. I just kill Olimar. And trip. Where's the trip counter? So this room also has a fair bit of time save, I think, if I can get, like, a earlier explosion. But I really don't think I can. This room is fun. Pfft. I think I actually saved, like, 2 frames or something. Don't know how. Lose a couple frames there. Save several seconds here because, bosses. Say goodbye to Duon again. So, damage boost there. Better utilize damage boost here. Alongside a glide toss because, yeah, Peach's fastest movement is the perfect pivot turnip pluck into glide toss. That's faster than her run and her air dodge. Also, we RNG manipulated another bomb here because Snake. That's slightly faster, so that's another one. Say goodbye to Snake. He's dead, Jim. I thought her fastest movement was self-destructing. I mean, aside from self-destructing. So yeah, I have to wait for this elevator. I could have done it up there, but the issue is that the camera doesn't move fast enough for me to properly do that. Like, I die off the bottom blast, so I have to do it here. But I still save time in this room. Clipping through the wall. Bye, Game & Watch. Sad Game & Watch noises. Yeah, some of these damage boosts were both not fun and fun to optimize at the same time. So yeah, that's another one that I don't even use optimally, in which we get a screen KO, but just barely before I die. Danny, stop mentioning that. You're gonna get my entire channel demonetized if you keep on saying that. I might get demonetized if enough people mention it in the live stream. Or in the actual video. To battle. Oh no! How could you, Danny? I thought that I trusted you. Also, bye, Ness. That was not my intention. Come on, guys. Be civil. Also, wait, that's another one. Surprise, Babon. Right there. I barely even noticed. Oh, God. I'm gonna have to start banning words again. Shoutouts to this damage boost. Shoutouts to Porky. Never mind, he's dead. So yeah, now we're back here. Shoutouts to Porky's corpse. Yeah, you're right. So, this room, you might think, hey Dylan, this is really slow. But fun fact, it actually ties the old TAS because I damage boosted earlier. And there's nothing that I can do about that wind, it's just unavoidable. Also, bye Donkey Kong. And then there's Donkey Kong. He's dead. I save a bit of time here by damage boosting. You'll begin to notice a pattern. That's like one of my main catchphrases. You'll begin to notice a pattern. I thought the wind kills knockback. It actually doesn't. Bombing a parasol into death. He's the first leader of the dead crew. Oh, what do you want? Here's another one. There's another bomb. Even though I could have just manipulated one from an enemy, I decided not to. Because, whoa. LMAO. Let's see. I don't know what Nintendo was thinking. They put the Switch there, but every attack can reach through the thin floor that's present. It's like Falcon's up aerial, Peach's up aerial, everything. You're meant to go like an entire half room over and grab the key and then come back, but no. Also, another bomb here, so that's +1. We are now up to 25 bombs. Simple answer, they weren't thinking. You're right. Also, another one that's 26, I think. Oh, wait, I accidentally did +6 instead of +1. There we go. Okay, so now I'm at 26. 26 bombs. Also, surprise Mr. Saturn. That's not necessary, but it was the first train that I could, so, yeah. Oh, what do you want, Mickey? Aside from leaving. I'm not letting you. Bounce boost into bounce boost into... What's funnier than 24? Also, I think Ridley's up next. Just kidding. Just kidding. Ridley didn't happen. He didn't happen. Also, 27. This room was a lot harder to do in the old TAS for some reason. Shoutouts to Meta Really, yeah, you're right. Shoutouts to this auto-scroller, in which I did so much manipulation. Oh my gosh, Mickey. Okay, see, so count them like that's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. 3 bombs. So that's, now we're up to 30. Also, bye, DDD. He's no longer the king of the show. So yeah, this room was interesting. With that little bounce boost. Okay, he just wants to go up to the window. Okay. So yeah, that room was fun. Shoutouts to Falco. And shoutouts to the... No! As Peach gets star KO'd, but not really. We have Mario Kart at home. Mario Kart at home. Beating the minecart. Ganon percent subspace. Never! Never! Unless he's the fastest character. Never. Sorry, da fucking evil wizard Ganon. Shoutouts to this moment on stream. Shoutouts to this moment on the stream. On the tassing stream. Man, I found this by accident. Also, I forgot what I was gonna say, but it doesn't matter anymore. He's the fastest character if you remove the rest of the roster, you're right. Yoshi64, I do have a game over percent TAS. Sonic percent, Subspace Emissary, New Game Plus what? When, I have a Project M1. Oh, that's another one. Goodbye, Mario. Now we are at a grand total of 31 bombs, which is, the number, which is equal to the number of levels in this game. And... emulator froze on me. Again. No, it's okay. No, see, but with the second bomb, that's another one. No, see, but with the second bomb, he becomes dead faster. So that's like 1, and that's 2 bombs for this room. Plus 2. 33! Now, that's, nothing for that one. Shoutouts to the Rotorit. We got 1... and 2 for this room. So that's like plus 2, so now we're at 35! And shoutouts to Gallium. Listen, Danny, I calculated the odds of this run happening by chance just from Peach's items alone is something like 1 divided by 2 times 10 to the 100-something power. Literally, it's 1 divided by something with over 100 zeros. Now, you'll notice here that I have the Babam, I then do a glide house, and then I manipulate another Babam. Why didn't I just use the first one? It's because running is slower than glide tossing. So now we're at 36. And we just yeet over to here. And goodbye Charizard. Up, that's another +1. 37. That's 1. And that's another 1. Yes, that's +2 for this room. That's 39. Yeah, it's more like a Google, but it's more like a Google times 20 to 30 zeros. And that's not even counting the actual item RNG, which I still need to properly tally up. But, yeah, that'll take some shoutouts to the Stitch face that I grabbed for literally no reason. Also, bye Shadow Peach, we hardly knew ye. So I have to wait for that floor to crumple before I can use the ceiling as a bounce boost mechanism. I then use this, is that a Jick? Yeah. To launch. I then bounce boost all the way over again. That's another one. So that's +1. So now we're at up to 40. Shoutouts to that damage boost. Oh. Trip counter. Also, goodbye, Wario. Wario dies in a car crash. MP3. Shoutouts to this. Fun in the TAS. In the live stream. Luigi is not number 1. Yeah. Shoutouts to this part. Also +1. Damage less % when? I released one in like March of 2016. It's incredibly unoptimized. Okay, so let's count it. That's 1, 2 here, and... oh, only 2, I guess. Huh. Could have sworn that there's more. Oh, well. Peach dies right before she kills everyone. That MP3. Yeah, you're right. Also, man, I keep on forgetting what I'm supposed to say here. Oh, well, I guess it didn't matter because Rayquaza's dead. Peach used Stitch Face. It was super effective. Rayquaza fainted. No, Rayquaza friggin' died. Thank you, Dream Confetti, for following. Or just letting me know. So, this is another one. So Mr. Okimoki, that was like right at the start of the Great Maze. We're way beyond that. Also +1. Because of that thing. Shoutouts to Lucas just PK thundering right there. And just letting me just snipe him. Is this the PAL version? Yes, it is. Shoutouts to this room, where I thought that it was going to be completely horrible, but as it turns out I managed to save like 2-something seconds. Through damage boosting and a very lucky damage boost. Like from this guy specifically, because if you'll see, I managed to bounce off of that thing. That was not easy. That was not easy at all. And here I just continuously spam edge cancel turnip pulls for no reason. Oh my goodness. You can hear Mickey, can't you? He's a very loud meower. He's very vocal. I think this room loses like about a second. This room loses like a second, yeah, because Peach has slower natural movement than Falcon, so oh man, I forgot about this. I meant you probably could have noticed, but if you didn't, I managed to make Ike trip. I made him trip into the bomb, and then I slapped him. That was one of the... Did he hop off my bed or... Oh, no, yeah, he's right there. Oh. So, yeah, I made Ike slip and fall into explosion, into death. So, yeah. Okay, this room took so long. It took longer than I really should have done. So, Bob-omb counter increased by 1, 2. Yeah, 2. Plus 2. So now we're up to 46. Oh! Okay, I think this is like the last bomb. Yeah, it's the last one, because, we fight Ganon. So, plus 1, the final total is 47, as I initially calculated. Oh my goodness. So yeah, now we fight Taboo. And then he dies. And that's the end. I think. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's that. And then the ending cutscenes play, and then... And then I get copyright claimed for a song by companies that don't even own the song. So yeah, with that said, we're done. Mickey, you're not leaving yet. You need to do something for me. So yeah, with that said, I am quite tired. It's been nearly 4 whole hours. So with that said, I am ending the stream. I'm very happy that it went pretty smoothly. Nothing really bad happened. And I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. And so with that said, I'm going to take a break, at least for today. And so, with that said, catch you guys later.